Welcome to our guide on what to do after your emergency fund gets wiped out by a perfect storm of expenses. First, take a breath. Your fund did exactly what it was designed to do. It kept you out of high-interest debt. Now, our mission is to stop the financial bleeding, rebuild from zero, and prepare for potential job instability. Let's move step by step so you can regain control quickly. Here is today's agenda. We will start with why having zero after a crisis is actually a sign your plan worked. Next, we will stop the bleeding, then discuss how to rebuild from zero quickly, and finally prepare for job instability. We will use tools, diagrams, and a rapid action checklist, and there will be a couple of mini quizzes to reinforce the lessons. Let's begin. This is the wake-up call. Although your emergency fund is at zero, it saved you from high-interest debt. That is a win. From here, our focus shifts to execution. Targeted actions that stabilize cash flow and rebuild your buffer quickly. Let's keep momentum and move into a clear, prioritized plan. Before we go further, a quick disclaimer. This video is for educational purposes only and is not financial, medical, or legal advice. Your situation is unique, so please consult a qualified professional before making decisions. Priority 1 is to stop the financial bleeding. Do not pay large medical bills all at once. Medical providers often accept small, consistent payments and prefer them over lump sums. Call and request interest-free payment plans in the $20 to $50 range if needed. Next, apply for hospital financial assistance, since many systems reduce or forgive balances based on income and hardship. This approach preserves your cash for essential expenses such as housing, food, and utilities. With bleeding controlled, we can transition into tactical negotiation steps. Here are the steps to negotiate medical bills. First, gather your bill, explanation of benefits, income documentation, and a brief hardship statement. Then call the billing department and ask for an interest-free payment plan, proposing a low, steady amount you can sustain. Explain your hardship, such as reduced income or multiple recent emergencies. Ask about formal financial assistance programs and eligibility criteria. Get any agreement in writing and, if appropriate, set up automatic payments to avoid missed payments. Revisit the arrangement every 60 to 90 days to see if you qualify for further reductions. With this in place, let's move forward to rebuilding your fund. Our second priority is rebuilding from zero. Treat saving as a fixed bill by committing 20 to 30% of every paycheck to rebuilding. Automate transfers on payday into a high-yield savings account to reduce friction. Maximize income by using overtime, gig work, or selling unused items. Consider a temporary move to liquidate taxable investments to quickly restore a 3-month cushion, balancing the risk of having no cash against potential market gains. Pause extra debt prepayments, making only minimum payments while you restore liquidity. Now let's weigh the trade-offs of selling investments versus holding. Here we compare selling investments now versus holding. The advantages of selling include instant liquidity that can fund 1 to 3 months of expenses, reducing the risk of taking on new high-interest debt, and providing psychological relief. The disadvantages include missing potential market gains, possible taxes or fees, and the behavioral challenge of reinvesting later. Weigh these factors against your job security and immediate cash needs. Next, let's look at a bare-bones budget to accelerate rebuilding. This table shows a sample bare-bones budget during rebuilding. Keep housing stable if possible, but consider a roommate or negotiation. Reduce utilities by downgrading plans and conserving usage. Cut grocery costs through meal planning, bulk purchasing, and minimizing waste. Lower transportation costs by using public transit, carpooling, and shopping for better insurance rates. Add a small negotiated medical payment. Maintain debt minimums but stop extra prepayments. Cancel or pause most subscriptions, and drastically reduce discretionary spending. Crucially, add an emergency savings line and pay it first. Now, with a lean budget in place, we turn to job instability preparation. With layoffs a possibility, austerity becomes essential. Audit every expense and eliminate or pause anything non-essential. Increase cash flow by renting a spare room or space if possible. Call providers to renegotiate insurance, internet, mobile, and utility bills. Research unemployment benefits and eligibility so you are prepared if needed. Finally, maintain a list of contacts and start discreet networking and job searching now. Next, to visualize our plan, let's look at a decision flowchart. This flowchart starts with a crisis event, and incoming bills. The medical bill branch directs you to call billing, ask for a 0% payment plan, propose a sustainable monthly amount, and secure written terms. After that, you apply for financial assistance, set up autopay, and schedule a review in 60 to 90 days. If terms can be improved, the process loops back to calling billing. For other urgent expenses, prioritize essentials, delay non-essentials, and preserve cash. This visual reinforces a calm, repeatable process. This pie chart shows a sample allocation during the rebuild. 60% to essentials such as housing, utilities, and food. 25% to emergency savings contributions to rebuild liquidity quickly. 10% to debt minimums only to conserve cash, and 5% for discretionary spending to avoid burnout. Adjust percentages to your reality, but keep the principle of prioritizing liquidity. Next, we will model the conversation with the billing department as a sequence. This sequence diagram outlines the conversation flow when calling hospital billing. You initiate the call and request a 0% plan, proposing a manageable monthly amount. The billing representative checks eligibility and may involve the assistance team to review financial aid. The assistance team returns a decision, after which the representative confirms plan terms. You request and save the written agreement, set up autopay with your bank, and schedule a 60-day follow-up. Include a clear hardship statement and retain all documents. Here is a rapid action checklist using a simple Markdown format. Within 48 hours, call providers and set 0% plans. Submit financial assistance forms within the week. Automate 20 to 30% of your paycheck into a high-yield savings account. Cancel or pause non-essential expenses today. List and sell at least 3 unused items by the weekend. Evaluate renting a spare room or storage space to boost cash flow. Map out unemployment benefits and key dates. Finally, make 5 networking contacts this week. Now let's test your understanding with a quick quiz. Question: after your emergency fund hits zero due to multiple crises, what is the best immediate action? Option A: pay the full medical bill to be done with it. Option B: negotiate an interest-free payment plan and apply for assistance. Option C: pause minimum debt payments to save more. Option D: invest spare cash to chase market gains. You may pause the video now to think about the answer. We will discuss the answer in the next section of the video. The correct answer is to negotiate an interest-free payment plan and apply for assistance. Preserving cash flow is the priority. Medical providers often accept low monthly payments, and many offer financial assistance, which protects your remaining cash for essentials while you rebuild. Question: during the rebuild phase, what saving target is recommended until the fund is restored? Option A: 5% of each paycheck. Option B: 10% of each paycheck. Option C: 20 to 30% of each paycheck. Option D: all leftover cash after spending. You may pause the video now to think about the answer. We will discuss the answer in the next section of the video. The correct answer is 20 to 30% of each paycheck. Make saving automatic and non-negotiables to accelerate the rebuild of your emergency fund. Here are the key takeaways. First, zero is not failure. It shows your plan worked to avoid high-interest debt. Second, slow pay medical bills and seek assistance to keep cash liquid. Third, automate 20 to 30% savings and maximize income. Fourth, consider selling taxable investments to restore a 3-month cushion if cash is dangerously low. Finally, prepare for layoffs by adopting austerity, renegotiating bills, and networking consistently. Now, let's summarize and wrap up. In summary, stabilize cash flow first and then rebuild quickly. Use a simple plan to guide consistent action. Liquidity is your ultimate defense against uncertainty. You are not starting over, you are starting smarter. Thank you for watching. If this helped you regain control after a crisis, please like, share, and subscribe. Tell us in the comments what step you will take this week to rebuild your emergency fund and how we can support your plan. See you in the next video.